So, it's been a long day. And you are now, the whole squad, sitting close to the outskirts of the hive city you just managed to gain access to. There are reasonably distant, muffled sounds of battle in the distance. But for the most part, it's quiet. The city especially is quiet. What you have to do for the rest of the day is essentially decide on watch and get some rest, and probably eat something if you have your rations, or which you do all have rations left, don't worry. Small fire, not enough to cause much light, but anyone walking past the building will be able to see it. And the prospect for tomorrow, when you wake up, is to make your way through a bombed, burned out, sometimes on fire, broken hive city, and get to the other side, find your VIP that you're supposed to collect. The lieutenant has kind of laid out in front of the fire a very haphazard map that he quickly scrawled down when he met with the captain in the bunker in the trench line. Gives you a basic idea of where you're going to be starting from and where you need to end up. Because of the damage and the destroyed nature of the hive city, the terrain may have changed, so. And the lieutenant looks up. I assume Sarge is probably going over the map with him, or nearby at the very least.
Yeah, I'd be right next to him.
And the lieutenant says, Sergeant, I think before we designate watches and bunk down for the night, we should discuss how we are going to maneuver over the terrain, traverse the terrain tomorrow. I was wondering if you had any thoughts.
Well, I don't know how shaky everything is here, but if we can find a good route in, might be able to take that route back out.
Yes.
After the bullshit that happened in that field, trying to avoid as much open space as we can. Hopefully it won't be too hard. My biggest concern is eyes looking down on us. So, what are you thinking about leaping from building to building? You know, we're gonna jump in through one, out the other, depending on how much is there, how much is rubble.
I think my thoughts, and he kind of like hesitates for a second, is if we divide into teams of two and navigate possibly the sides of the roads and streets, stay close to the buildings so that we can move in if needed. We can use the roads, but not obviously walk down the center of them, which would, as you suggest, it would still be dangerous. The problem is that if we try going through ruined buildings, there's always a possibility that's going to take longer, and also coming to a dead end will slow us down completely.
Oh, you're
and time
right.
is of the essence.
That's true. What we got? A couple days, right?
The captain said he could hold out for 3 days. I'm assuming he was including today.
All right. Yeah, that'd be all right. And I think Sarge, looking around, how close everybody is right now. If anyone is close enough to really listen or talk, since we haven't really sat down and done watches and everything. But I'd imagine everyone should be close-ish right now, right? Okay. So I think after the LT says that, I'd be like, what all y'all think?
I believe that will become more of a target if we take the roads.
Full disclosure, I wasn't paying attention, but yes, I'm in.
Good to hear, Trooper.
Whatever you want. I think too. I think Ace is probably right though. Moving targets.
Right.
Well,
Strategic value and what comes to the mind first is what also the enemy may be thinking. If I'm on the opposite side, I'm scouting roads, invisible areas on rooftops, running through buildings if possible. Is something that I wouldn't be attest to. I'd be thinking that they're foolish for taking runes, something that can collapse on them. Taking the obvious route can obviously end up making us dead. But you do what you want. I won't be seen. And he kind of sits back.
all right. What sort of ordnance have we seen around here? Did we get any of that information before we left? I mean, we're looking at some
Captain-
rubble anyway, so.
Captain said that the city itself has mostly been abandoned, aside from vague pockets of soldiery and civilians who didn't make it out.
All right, so if we're not having as much of a likelihood of running into too many people, we can make some time moving forward on the road, but that's gonna put a lot of pressure on you, Ace. You think you got eyes for that?
Who, me?
Well, I'm just saying, it's gonna be a lot of scouting.
I mean, that's my job, and I do it well.
Just gonna make sure you got it in you.
But of course.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what we do. Take the road. We'll go forward. We'll be careful. We will move as fast as we can. But I want all y'all keeping your eyes out for any exit at all times. Because if shit happens, you call it out. I don't care what it is. Doorway, window, it doesn't matter. You see it, you yell as soon as you hear shots fired, all right?
Yes.
Get us some cover as fast as we can. All right.
Just a little bit of extra information I'd like to glean from Ace. Ace, you maybe adjusted your opinion slightly of Warbitch. After it's been a couple of hours now, and you were treated to quite an interesting symphony. I'm wondering if at any point there has been any competitiveness arisen in Ace since seeing that kind of tableau of, call it, destruction. Because I know there's always been a little bit with Rita. But
I don't know if it's competitiveness. I think it's more of respect being built. The feelness of getting closer to where she is becoming more intriguing with her gunplay, which then puts her in a field of almost possible friendship, something that he doesn't care for, but will not use the word because it's too loose. But definitely more of a respect role.
Okay, good to know.
That he doesn't want to make vocal, but it's obvious.
Trooper Lenk, the elderly gentleman, is sitting around the fire, a little bit out of the ways of the kind of people who are grouped, trying to get the warmth there. It's not freezing cold. It's not nice. For the last day or so while you're traveling, it looks like the weather's going to be getting worse, and it's distinctly nippy, to say the least. The Hive City is heavily damaged and mostly destroyed. You do have the... Essentially, you managed to get in to the... Let's call it the ground floor of the Hive Cities. Hive Cities go up level. A lot of the top of the Hive City has collapsed on itself. There's still a few levels above you that seem to be intact. So you do have a roof over your heads above the buildings, and in the distance there are a few occasional equivalent of like elevators that take you up to another level. Unfortunately, the city is depowered, so getting up there is going to be a pain. The roof is probably a good couple 100 meters above you. Gives a lot of space for tall buildings.
So, how about this? I'll take the rooftops. You go with the lieutenant's plan. I'm your eyes and ears. And maybe even cover fire or a fatal shot if need be. I can do it alone. But that will require splitting us up. It's your call, Sarge.
It's not a terrible plan. However, it may slow you down, and while you'll be able to cover us, it will make you vulnerable in yourself. We also won't have the benefit of you taking the vanguard and keeping eyes out for trouble ahead of us.
Perhaps.
What do you think, Sarge?
Or I can leave before you and scout ahead and clear out anything that I see that's damaging to our mission. Report back, stay put until you catch up, and then go ahead again.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the amount of time of doing that over and over again.
Yes.
It is a tactically sound plan. However, it
It's just
isn't
time. It's time.
indicative to the time constraints.
All right, I tell you what. Keep that off to the side. We come to a place that may be particular open, that's when you go. Now you're talking about
All right.
doing a bit of 2x2 sort of thing, yeah? All right. Well, I'm gonna need Valkus and Parzival to be separate, because I'm gonna need you to be able to do some distraction if needed, or just cutting them down, blowing them up, whatever. But I don't want you right next to each other. So you guys stay apart.
We being separated?
Well, just along a road, but we're still together.
Did she tell you anything? It wasn't me.
No. That's not. Nope. Nobody's in trouble or anything. I'm just
Right.
saying that we're gonna need to cover as much as possible. If we're all grouped up with just one big ass target, and we don't want to be that here.
I understand.
My
No, you would.
suggestion, Sergeant,
Yep.
would be pairs of two, moving up as I said, moving up the sides of the road, with myself as the nerve center. If something happens, we reconvene on me and set up a defensive perimeter to either enact Ace's leapfrog plan, or to defend and push out from there.
Also, as an aside, is this the LT saying he wants to stay back? Because it sounds a little bit. He's a little bit. It sounds like it's a good plan. It is. It
Yeah.
just a little bit. That's what it sounds like. I'm just wondering if that's what I'm picking up on.
I would say,
That's fine, no.
given your time serving with him, give me a
Yeah.
scrutiny with a +20.
Okay, let's do that.
Well, if the lieutenant is staying back, I would love to be his partner.
5 degrees of success. That's very good. Yeah. It may have a small amount to do with it. I would say, given your 5 degrees of success, you know enough to know that he's not a coward.
Right. It's
He
tactical.
He has some tendencies, some ways he leans, some ways of thinking. Most likely, it's the thing that sounds the most tactically sound to him, because he tends to be cautious and not want to go into danger.
Right.
However, it's not it doesn't seem like it's intentionally, I want to be safe. So,
Okay, that's fair enough. So maybe he's making a higher edging towards survival in general. So that's fair. That's fair. Okay. All right. All right. LT. It's a good idea. Like I said, I want Valkus and Parzival separate. We can do teams of 2. Let's see. Who we got? We got Link. We got Hawk. Who wants to go with who? And I'm looking
I'll
at
go
Hawk
with Hawk.
when I do that. Yeah, I'm literally looking at Hawk when I say that.
I'll go with Hawk.
I'm happy to go with whoever you think is best. Sarge,
I want Hawk.
Ace,
What do you want for Hawk?
Rita. Anyone?
What do you want for Hawk?
I wanted Hawk, but if you already claimed him, it's gonna give. I want a nutrient bar for Hawk.
Well, I don't got any nutrient bars, so I guess
Well, then you can
have
just
Hawk.
owe me one. Hawk, come with me. Come on, let's go.
Well, we're not going now, right? I thought we were.
Oh
I
no,
got
I
it.
think it's best if you spend some time talking about what your tactics going to be. Yeah, you get right close. It's fine.
Yes, Sarge.
I'll just write it down in your
Comes
ledger.
over. Sits
The
down.
nutrient bar.
I'll get you next
right.
time, Hawk. Remember that.
Take him off your
Alright.
hands. Come on,
So
come on,
Link,
come on.
I think you're going to be with Valkus. And
Right,
Ace,
Sarge.
it's going to be you and me.
Oh, time with the sergeant, an autistic artillerist.
It'll be all right.
Of course.
So what do you think, LT?
I think that we're going to be exposed nearly all of the way.
Yeah.
The real test will be who the denizens of the Hive City are. If there are a significant concentration of soldiery anywhere, then we're going to be in trouble. If not, we can deal with random civilians easily enough. They're not much of a danger. So, until it's proven otherwise, I think we should go cautiously but quickly. And we're going to be relying on you for that, Ace.
Of course. Well, I will be with Sarge, but not with him at the same time. I'll wear my cloak if something happens he was in danger. I'll be able to protect him and alert you at the same time.
Alright. Well, I will take first watch. So, figure out who's taking the rest.
I would like to make a suggestion.
2 on, 2 off.
Why don't our pairs make the watch together and not just one person? It'd be a shame if something happened to you on this watch.
I like
with
that
2
idea.
eyes is better. Well, 4 eyes is better than 2, right?
Agreed.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
Well then, I'll take the first watch, and in 2 hours, whoever's relieving me, come and get me. Sarge, do sort out the watch rotor for me, will you? Thank you. And he gets up and kind of walks to the edge of this building. Like, looks out into the Hive City. Can't really see anything. Even during the day, it's quite dark. It's like dank and a bit, you know. But right now, it's dark.
All right. Any volunteers for the first watch?
Well, I can watch.
You know- Oh, yeah? What? What's it?
Ace goes down to a whisper. Rita, remember back at our old home, how
Yeah?
you could trust people as far as you could see them,
Yeah, I can't see him very well neither.
right?
On account of the eye.
Exactly. Well, I would like to keep an eye out on the lieutenant, if that's possible.
You like
Does
the
anybody else
lieutenant?
get any vibes from him? I just not
I could see
questioning our
it, yeah.
leadership. But there's something that doesn't add up correctly.
Is Sarge hearing this, or are you away from me right now?
No, he's quiet and right next to you guys.
Am
I
I hearing
like
this?
it.
Yeah, everybody should be together because he's calling rolls,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to start anything.
No,
but
I get it.
I know how to read body languages, and those languages are very confusing right now.
Understood.
Well, all right. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong here. What I'm saying is that this is a man in a high position. Not the sort of people like us. Not gonna run in. Not gonna do what's necessary in time period. You know, he's gonna be cautious and back all the time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's good to be aware of it. Just we gotta walk that line because he is the LT.
Well, I'm not talking about him being cautious. I'm talking about all the other actions. The secret meetings, the telling us little by little, the fidgetingness, the way he stomps his feet and taps his toes. When he's being asked a question, he looks away, the way his cheek jumps. Nerves are all over the place. Now, a man of a high position would hold himself like you, Sarge. Calm, cool, collective. Always planning a strategy and thinking ahead of speech. Not feeling like we're throwing into a hornet's nest.
Well, I think that if we fuck this up, we don't get what we're supposed to get, it's gonna be his head immediately. So,
Yeah.
and that again, that's not something that we shouldn't ignore. Okay, someone who is being held accountable like that, considering what this mission is. It's not wrong being cautious. But I don't
I
expect him to do anything.
Oh, I'm not worried about him. I mean, look at him. I'm more worried about those above him. Sometimes, bad things trickle down and get watered down to us. We're there to clean it up. So, keep an eye on him. May help our situation even more if we learn more of what's really going on here.
All right, I tell you what. You're good at watching. You always have been. So keep your eyes on him. If something comes up, you're gonna let me know immediately anyway.
Absolutely. Let's just say that I'm worried more about the lieutenant's safety.
All right. Keep an eye on him.
Then I'll have first watch with the lieutenant at a distance.
I'll take second watch.
Yeah, we're good with second watch.
Right. Third watch it is then, Hawk.
Right, we'll get some decent sleep then.
Gonna get real good sleep, mate.
Yeah.
All right, well. All right. Last little
Then
bit.
I'm off.
Wake me up.
All right.
Shit, I'm getting a full night.
Ace puts on his cloak and darts. He's not trying to be sneaky about it. He wants the lieutenant to see that he's moving in a different direction. And once he puts his cloak on, he settles and stays on watch.
I mean, Ace has spent literal days in a sniper nest, waiting for a CEO of the enemy army, anything of interest just to come into his sights. And he's done that for days. You know, maybe a quick 30-minute nap or something, but it's not like you're not used to sleepless nights, so... If you wish to stay up all night, usually if you don't get any sleep, there's a little bit of a negative you take for the next day, a little fatigue. However, in Ace's example, we won't have a negative for not sleeping because it fits his personality, his paranoia, and also his job. So he'd have been used to it by now.
He'll probably go a little bit longer than the lieutenant,
Yeah.
just to watch how the lieutenant's holding up. And he's gonna just kind of calculate everything. And again, he's not thinking the lieutenant's going to do anything. He just knows that the situation's a lot bigger than what it is, and he hates being left out, not knowing what the target really is.
It's not suspicion, it's concern.
Right, concern and almost suspicion of the higher ups and what was actually, what's actually what we're getting ourselves into.
Yeah.
Because no job that he knows or has done was this, I want to say, messy.
Or
and
high
this not
priority.
artistic. Right. And to him, it's not art, and he's trying to make art of it. So yeah, he'll stay up a little bit longer, and he'll let who's going on second watch? Hawk. He'll let Hawk sleep a little bit longer, and he'll get up Valkis first, and then let her, and then like pass information to her. That's what he'll do.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, to begin with, could you please roll me an awareness, Ace?
Yes.
Just to see if you spot anything through your shift and beyond.
That is under core. Right. This is, whoa. Oh, great. Oh, the windows are moving. All right.
No problem.
Okay.
1 degree of success. Very nice. Past that, on your shifts, if you'd like to have a conversation with your shift buddy, feel free. We'll have a roll for awareness just to see if you pick anything up. I can tell you, Ace, that there is no movement at all. Not even any sounds of like shifting rubble or anyone maybe tromping through streets or buildings, rummaging. It's just dead. So, you eventually wake up Lenk and Warbitch, and they.
You mean Hawken? Is it
It's Hawk and Rita is the third shift.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
I think he's gonna wake up Valkis first.
yeah.
Before he wakes up, he's gonna go up to her and say, "Hey, have you slept enough? Are you good enough to watch, or do you need me to take your shift as well?"
No, I'm good.
Good.
Anything up?
No. Nothing happened. Dead silence. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Normally when things are too quiet, that's when we have to worry the most. But I believe that this area is so demolition, and no one wants to come over here and suspect of getting injured of some sort, or being out of the way. Now, as for the lieutenant, still little nervous ticks here and there, but more so maybe he's cold. Just
Okay,
keep an eye out for anything. And if you hear anything, feel free to wake me at any time. I don't need to sleep much.
All right. Will do.
Aye.
Sweet
I'll leave
dreams.
her. Sweet dreams.
Link.
He's like, eyes closed.
Link, wake up.
Little snore.
Link, wake the fuck up. I chuck my boot at him.
Pork and beans. What?
Yeah, pork and beans, wake up. We got watch to do.
Watch. Alright. Sorry. And like, as he kind of like rolls over and pulls himself up, there's like cracking of joints and stuff as like, oh, sorry.
Jesus.
Not as
Oh,
young as I
fucker.
used to be.
Yeah. I can hear it.
And he shoulders his lasgun. Alright.
All right,
Let's get
kids, look
through the
over
boring
there.
bit.
Yeah.
And he's gonna sit down by one of the windows, just kind of off to the side where you are, and just stare out the window. And I can tell you right now, he is not gonna talk unless you engage him, because he is not a chatty dude.
So, you know anything about what we're doing here?
Game VIP.
Yeah, did you get any other information? By any chance?
Well, planet's about to fall, so, you know, everyone here's fucked.
They getting people off?
Probably not many. It's probably why we're here.
It's a shame they didn't just hire us to exterminate the place after we pick up the VIP.
Well, they probably will. Once it's fallen a bit more, you know, like...
You think they'll call us back?
Oh, yeah. Most of the people here are either going to be dead or we're going to be killing them when we get back.
Fuck yeah. You, religious man, Link?
I worship the Emperor, like any good Imperial citizen would. I trust that he protects me. And he has so far.
That's true. You know, I find that good Imperial citizens aren't really good enough sometimes.
Well, I mean, the amount of time we've had to go to worlds which are supposedly full of good Imperial citizens, fallen to heresy or worse.
Maybe one day we'll be lucky enough to see it all go. All the heretics. I don't even want to see them burnt. Just scattered into dust, taken by the wind.
It's a good dream. But then again, when that happens, who are you gonna shoot?
I like you, Link. Think ahead. So, who do you think this VIP is?
My guess is a noble of some kind, you know, coming out onto the fringes, doing a visit of Imperial worlds, making sure they're all to regulation or some bullshit. Got caught up here, sent up a help me please mother, father, and we got sent in there to pull him out before everything goes completely to shit.
Well, see, I'm not a politician, but it seems like sending a noble to a world that's about to fall seems fucking stupid.
Well, we don't know it was about to fall when he got here, right?
I guess. I mean, how long has it been since he got here?
No
Guess that's the
idea.
question. Do you see anything? No.
It's dead out there.
Fucking weird.
Happens. People left behind generally tend to destroy themselves fighting over what's left. Should be alright, unless, you know, there's a few left who want what we got, but I doubt they'll have much in the way of weaponry or threat to us.
Yeah.
Von Valkes, please roll me an awareness, just as you go through your shift. Two degrees of failure. I can tell you, you don't notice anything. And it's not like you're not keeping an eye out, but
Yeah.
to give you an idea, the likelihood of things that you would miss with a fail would be things like a soft step or a bit of rubble, you know. But you don't hear anything
Okay.
like that, so.
Okay.
Alright. Shall we wake up creepy and scared,
Well, who are you calling creepy?
Rita?
Think Rita's creepy.
I think anyone who's too friendly is creepy.
Yeah, or she's, you know, doing you a favor.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, let's wake him up.
Alright.
Hey, Parzival.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
You're up.
Get enough shut eye?
Funny. No, I didn't. All right. Hey, Hawk.
Yes.
It's time to wake up, sleepyhead.
I...
On for shift.
Okay. And he like stands up and starts walking over to like the little window bit that looks out into the street, and then
Like, take it easy.
pauses
So
for a
fast,
sec,
You're gonna trip and fall.
turns back around, goes back, picks up his las gun, puts it on
Yeah,
his
yeah.
shoulder.
Right, you are.
Okay.
It's a good little soldier. Hey,
So-
Hawk. Hawk,
Yeah.
is it? It's Hawk, yeah?
Yes.
Not really gotten a chance to really get to know each other.
We
Yeah?
we talked a little bit in the dropship.
Did we?
Yeah. You said you were upset that the mine you put under my seat didn't go off.
I don't remember that at all. You sure?
Oh.
It was me.
Yes, I think so. Yes, pretty sure.
I don't think it happened, mate. I don't remember it.
Right.
Anyway, hey. I wanted to ask you, well, I think in the interest of vulnerability, in the interest of really getting to know each other, forming a bond,
Right.
what I wanted to do was really to show you something.
Okay.
Alright, it's my most prized possession, alright?
Right.
Now, here's the thing. Back on Testoria 2, where me and Ace are from, I met a
yes,
Mechanicus.
yes.
I met a cookboy, Mechanicus. You ever seen one in real life?
We did have a few in basic training.
Yeah? Alright.
Yeah, just to oversee our gear and bless things.
Yeah, they're real good at blessing things and mechanical things. So I met a Mechanicus, yeah? And he told me about this holy piece of art. It's like, they take care of art, ancient glyphs and such, yeah?
Right.
Well, he did something for me. He actually let me have the chance to buy it. I have in my pocket, right, the deed to the ownership of this ancient glyph. I even got a little copy of it. You want to see it?
Yeah, sure.
Right. Here you go. Now I have the deed of ownership right here, and it's worth a lot of money, a ton of money.
It looks very arcane.
It is, yeah, it's very arcane. Can't even understand it, but
It's
genuine.
Is that like old, like ancient?
Yeah, ancient. Anyway, I'm thinking, maybe it's time to pass it along. Make sure it stays out there. The title of ownership. So I wanted to give you a chance. On the ground floor. If you want it, you can't tell anyone you have it.
No,
Unless,
I.
you think they might be interested. I'd only
doubt
do this
I-
for a friend.
Right. I
We're
doubt
friends, right?
Well, yeah, yes. I think so. I hope so.
Absolutely. Follow you into battle. Right behind you. So what do you say? You want to change your life today?
I don't see what I could have that would equal the
I don't know. What do you
the
got?
cost of something like this.
I could be reasoned with. I'm open to negotiation. It's worth a lot of money. Make you very valuable, very rich.
If you look on the screen right now, you'll see the ancient glyph in all its glory. Maybe I could keep an eye out for, like fallen soldiers. They leave ammunition and things that can be traded. Like, if maybe if I can collect enough, we could trade. and I could have the glyph, and you could
I
have.
see.
I'd be like your assistant. What do you call it? Scavenging?
Yeah, I can see it.
My old training sergeant said that often they were called quartermasters.
Yeah, alright. Alright, you know, I think we got a deal.
Okay. Why did you spit?
You gotta spit in your hand and then. So you make a deal? Come on. There you
that?
go. Just like that. You're gonna be very rich when we get back.
And now we clasp hands?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Gonna be very rich.
Very rich. That sounds great. I hope I get the chance to spend it.
Absolutely, I'm sure you will. I got a mind for these things.
Sounds good.
I like you. You're going places. Changing the world.
Other side of the hive city, hopefully. And then off the planet as well.
Yeah, don't call it scavenging though. You gotta call it repurposing.
Repurposing.
Yeah.
Right.
Requisition.
Requisitioning.
It's all about the language you gotta use, you know? Make it
Right.
tasteful.
Yes. But it is basically scavenging, yes?
Yeah, but you can't call it that.
Right, okay, yes. Yes, requisitioning. Oh, that's. Okay. Do you see anything? Because it's kind of quiet.
I spy with my little eye. What's the
Please.
roll to him?
Roll me an awareness.
Awareness. You got nothing.
Yeah. It's quiet.
Yeah. All quiet.
Okay. And a little time passes. Probably just Rita keeping up the friendly banter that she has. Eventually it's the end of your watch. And it's not that obvious because you are inside the hive city. The lower floors are mostly walled, but the small amount of light creeps in from little holes, essentially, look like sunbeam rays, kind of like highlighting a spire or a destroyed building, things like that. And
Yeah, it's real pretty, alright.
time to get everyone up.
Oh, ice. Ice.
Sarge,
Sleepy.
Look, I haven't slept in days.
Sarge, I woke you up.
You haven't killed anyone in hours.
Good job.
That is right. It's been hours.
Can you
In
wake up?
hours. You haven't
on
killed anyone in
Valkus?
hours.
I don't
You
want
don't
to.
want to do it yourself.
I don't want to.
Wake up, Valkus. Do it. You won't.
Nah, it's,
Do it.
nah, it's fine.
It'll be fine. What's there to worry about?
No, let Hawk wake her. What do you mean? He's
Yeah,
really
Hawk.
doing.
Hawk, come here. Go wake up Valkus.
You have to do it gentle. She loves when you wake up by her
Real
earlobes.
gentle.
I'd prefer not to.
earlobes.
I'll wait. Look, Lenk isn't up yet.
Forefinger and thumb.
Lenk,
Hawk, you have to
Lenk,
do it.
Lenk,
This is what
Lenk.
we all have to do.
Lenk, please.
Link, tell him he has not earned his right yet to give orders. Now, use the earlobes, especially the left one with the scar on it.
Lenk wakes up like tomatoes. Oh. Are we moving out?
Right after Hawk wakes up Valgus, sure.
Hawk, go wake up Valkis. It's time to go. Oh, okay. He goes forward, gets the barrel of his lasgun and just kind of
The left
rocks.
earlobe.
Left?
Yes. The right one will get you killed. The left one will get you sweet whispers in your ear.
I'm not sure I want sweet whispers in my ear, to be honest.
Absolutely you do. Have you seen Valkis?
Yes.
A prayer, too, might keep you alive on the battlefield, as it does for her.
Well, I'm just... Von
Left ear
Valkis.
low.
Hello. Wake up, please. And just kind of like pushes her with the butt of his gun.
Oh, that's not good.
Sarge. He's got like a pleading look of like, I need assistance. I need an adult.
Hitting her. He's hitting her lady with the butt of his gun to
I'll
wake her
stand
up.
up and I'll walk. I'll get next to him, but I'll be like, "Go on, it's not hard to wake people up." But I'm there just so she doesn't go off on him.
I'm telling you, left ear low.
Earlobe, Sarge?
Hit her with a gun, she might kill you.
Well, that's true. You don't use your gun; you gotta use your finger. Gun's
Okay,
aggressive.
he crouches down and puts his finger on Von Valkis's shoulder. It's like tap 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 tap. Von Valkis, wake up! It's time to go.
Yeah.
Please.
Ah,
Ah!
what the fuck?
He like jumps up a little bit. He's like,
Jesus. Why are you
Missed
moving so
opportunity.
fucking fast? What the fuck? Are we good? Are we ready to go?
and the LT has woken up himself at this point and is yes, everyone grab your gear. Get ready to move out. You'll be moving in the teams you were on watch with, aside from obviously Ace. You will be with the sergeant instead of with me.
Yes. Alright, Sarge, on your call.
Yeah. All right. As soon as everybody's ready, let me know.
And,
All ready, Sarge?
You
Yeah.
basically kick some dirt over the fire to snuff it out. It was kind of embers anyway, because, you know, people on watch kept it lit and it was close to the end of the watch, so. And grab your gear. Everyone kind of like limbers up. There's a little bit of cracking from Lenk as he essentially just goes like this, and you hear. And you're ready to go?
Yeah, I think Sarge is probably like, we can eat as we go, you know, like worried about the time itself.
Yeah.
Shove it in and swallow, and then start going.
All right. So, you are heading off in teams of 2. You're going to be fairly close together, heading down the sides of the road as opposed to through the buildings. But if at any point you want to jump into a building, there are ruined buildings and places to essentially take cover as you go down the road. This road essentially, there are times when it will be indicated to go left, to go right, by the lieutenant's map, but we will assume that, you know, those things are taken. So for now, the first thing I need, please, will be for Sarge and Ace to roll me an awareness as we go.
Ace is also under his cloak. Let's see. Just for future reference. Awareness.
Okay, 1 degree of success for Ace, 4 degrees of success for Sarge. Nice. Yeah, it's quite quiet. As you get deeper, even smaller sounds can echo. There are moments when you hear a dislodging of rubble and something kind of crunches down. There are instances where a disconnected bit of electricity that's still partially powered crackles off. Like off in the distance somewhere, like a spark of light, but you don't see any signs of life. And it's not enough to worry you yet. You carry on take a left, take a right, go down a long stretch of road. You go for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, keeping your eyes out until Sarge and Ace. At this point in time, you're going past a crossroads. This is always a much more tricky proposition. You essentially have to check your left and right and go over the road. The problem is any trained soldier will let the first couple go past and catch them in confusion when the center people go past. So you make it up across no problem, and essentially give a signal. Okay, next two go over, next two go over. Doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. But roll me an awareness, please, both of you. Okay. So, Sarge, you got 1 degree of success. Ace, you got 3 degrees of failure. Still, no sign of anything too bad. You swivel round, everyone's crossed the crossing, no sign of danger, but you always get that little skip a heartbeat moment when it's like, are we gonna get shot at? No? Okay, keep going. And it's as you turn and keep going in that kind of like almost not on purpose relaxing of that was tense, now we can keep going. Ace, please roll me a scrutiny with a plus 20.
Sure.
Three degrees of success. There is a shadow right in front of Sarge as you're walking forward, and in front of you, just so imperceptible, running across this road. It's like a line, and it's kind of like mostly covered. It looks like a tripwire.
Ace will dart in front of the Sarge and like
hand
kinda
or chest.
Yeah, just pops his hand out and his cloak will shimmer and you'll see his hand kind of come out and he just holds up 2 fingers, signaling that there's a wire, something thin in front.
The rest of you, please roll me an awareness. So that's Warbitch and Rita, please.
I didn't see anything. We were stupid. Come on, let's go.
Quiet.
Oh, sorry.
There's an obstacle in front of us.
Oh, smart.
No telling that there's multiple obstacles in front of us. I don't think one will be the intended route. We might have to be extra careful going from here down there.
So, as everyone else kind of huddles to the side, you kind of go down. I'll count your scrutiny for kind of carrying on this.
Okay.
You kind of crouch down and look at this tripwire. Essentially, it's a double tripwire. What you have is you have a slightly more obvious one, and then behind it you have a less obvious one that's actually painted darker tones to hide behind the first one. If you notice the first one, you step over it and step on the second one. I'm assuming you want to like follow the line to see where it leads.
Yeah, he's kind of like very, very low. He's almost excited because to him, this is beautiful. Noticing that the person that set this up wasn't just an amateur putting one wire and going through the pain of attaching a thinner one that's darker color. He's very intrigued with it. So yeah, he wants to follow this wire all the way to the source.
Okay, as you go towards it, Sarge, the lieutenant, signals to you, like he's on the other side of the road, so you'll have to...
Yeah, I'll be doing this, just immediately.
So you're going over to Lieutenant?
Yeah, as soon as I see him stop. Because if he keeps going forward, I'm
no,
chasing after him.
like you've all stopped and you're kind of like on each side of the road. He's just on the other side of the road to you.
Yeah.
So he kind of gets your attention, like signals you over.
Yeah, I'll come over. I'll fill him in and be like, because Ace relayed everything while we were over there. So, yeah, we got some tripwire situation. Ace is looking at it right now.
Right, Sergeant, I saw a couple of shadows in that direction.
Okay.
When we stopped, they shifted away from the doorway, and he like points over, kind of back a little bit of the way. You kind of already walked past it. It's over the other side of the crossroads. Very small.
Small.
I think where we are now, if we move around, we can probably pincer them and capture them before they know that we've seen them.
All right. So, just to be clear, he saw these shadows up ahead. And they were
Behind
going-
where you just went.
Right. All right.
Ace, just to keep you up to date, essentially the two wires both lead to det packs, essentially explosive like TNT. They are buried under a lot of rubble. The rubble's quite small, so it looks like the desired effect is a mixture of confusion and chaos with the explosion, and also death by debris. Essentially, shrapnel created from the explosion would kind of rip apart into a group of people who are walking.
Okay. He'll just go up to him and kind of whisper to him. So he's like, excellent artistry. Environmental destruction leading to possible bleeding out, starvation, trap. You're not messing with it. Too much amateurs, but this could have been a lot better. He's ultimately disappointed.
Yeah, if you were to want to defuse it, it's possible with Rita. Rita has a decent knowledge of explosives, but it's easy enough to circumvent and go past without triggering it. Like, there won't be a roll or anything.
Yeah, if it was more of a beautiful display of chaos and like death upon whoever would have touched that, he would have got Rita involved. But he got so disappointed, he kind of just mopes back and walks over the wires and everything without even looking, because he like kind of like memorized where everything was, and he's just like, he goes up to Rita and like just sighs and like mopes and kind of like drops his head.
Oh, why? What's the matter?
Amateurs. I thought that they had something good going on. Even the
Yeah,
packs
they are
weren't even
amateurs,
worth-
huh?
Yeah, the explosives.
Big
were
stupid
horrible.
amateurs with the dumb amateur heads.
Right.
You want me to
And the
kill 'em?
environment-
You want to kill him?
I think they'll kill themselves. The way they strung up those explosive packs under stupid environmental. They expect us or anyone to come this way to just step on these cords and die to debris. Horrible.
You know what?
Not
you know
art
what
at
would-
all.
You know what would get him back?
What?
If we took those explosives, yeah? Packaged them up, and then shoved them real far inside their anuses. Find them, shove the explosives in there. They'd get him back.
Just
You want me to
as
take
a-
him? I'll take him.
Just as a note for you, Rita, because this is things you would
Yeah.
know. You can defuse the explosives if you like. You have the time and you have the
I'm
knowledge.
gonna. Yeah.
Well, the other thing you can do, if you want, is to essentially re-trigger the explosives so that when someone comes to retrieve them, instead of like disarming them, they'll just explode.
You want me to detonate them? I could detonate
well-
them for you, right?
No, so essentially, it would make it so that when they come to retrieve them, instead of disarming them, it would explode.
Hey,
So
Ace, I got a better idea. Why don't I do this? I could set it up, right, so that when they come and check on them, they just blow up in their faces. Wouldn't it be funny?
So you reversing the effects of what they're trying to set
they-
up.
Exactly.
Oh.
They come back and check on them, and then
Oh, no.
right in their face.
And he like kind of calculates this. Yes.
You're pretty
I-
artistic,
that,
yeah?
That would make me very happy, and I'd be in a better mood. Yes.
Right.
I think that's great.
You want to learn how to do it? I'll show you.
I'll definitely come with you and watch.
All right.
Wait, can I watch?
Yeah, sure. Just, step back a little bit. I got a thing here, but
Be sure not to step on that right there. There's a
I'm
second
not
one
gonna-
behind the first one.
I'm not gonna mess up, But
I'm
if
talking more to
something
Valdez.
happens,
She has a heavy gun on her. I just don't want her to make a misstep on the thinner wires.
So, you watch as Rita goes forward, pulling out a few little tools from her carapace armor, like flak armor, just...
now normally when you go to do one of these bomb defusals and reacquirings, the wires are all coloured, you see, but I'm colourblind. So how do you tell the difference? It's the thickness of the wires, really. You gotta wriggle them around a little bit and figure out which one. No, I'm just kidding.
And in a little bit of time, Rita has switched the diffusal mechanism with the trigger mechanism, so that now, if anyone walks over the tripwires, nothing happens. But if they come in and try to remove the bombs, they will immediately blow up.
Oops.
I have to say,
And
that was beautiful.
we will, while that is going on, Saj, you and the lieutenant, if you'd like to bring anyone else with you, you can. The lieutenant is intending essentially on you and him, basically moving in conjunction and going in both doors where he saw the shadow, so that there's no way for them to get out.
Yeah, I'd bring Link with me.
Okay.
I would have called him over, especially while they're doing all this stuff.
Yes, Saj.
Yeah. We might have some friends nearby, so we're just gonna pop our heads in, take a look around.
Where you are, Saj? You want me to cover you?
Pay- Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you keep your head on a swivel.
What is this, Saj? And he kind of takes up position behind you, ready to follow in and basically cover you.
Yeah.
And Lieutenant says, like he like hitches his bolt pistol, says, "All right, Sergeant, you ready to go?"
Yeah, I'll take point. So, I got my gun out, and I'm moving in.
Okay. Move forward. Roll me an awareness. Let's just see if you can pick up any signs of movement or anything like that. Okay. Yeah, a little scuffling. Maybe like a rock shifted by a foot. Just. And both you and Lieutenant move up with Link covering, and you get to the door. And the lieutenant heads to the other door. It's like a corner on the corner of the crossroads. A lot of the building itself has fallen in, but there's a decent space with doors and like a little pile of rubble, and there's a reasonable open area inside. As you are at the door, please roll me your agility.
All right. Is that the acrobatics specifically?
Just
or the straight agility up at the
straight
top?
agility, please. Yes.
All right, gotcha. That not work. There it is.
Okay. That is a critical failure.
I'd like to go
degrees
ahead and
of
use
failure.
I'm gonna use a fate on that.
I can give you this right now.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
It is not dangerous. You will fail at something, but I can tell you that there isn't anything that is imminently dangerous in this failure.
All right, let's fail.
Okay. You are good at survival, which is possibly why when a small figure bolts out from the door, you're not really expecting it, because essentially you're used to things attacking you, not running from you, and it's kind of a different thing. So essentially what you have is, as you're about to go through the doorway with the lieutenant going through the other doorway, figure, really small, kind of like just above hip height almost, maybe a bit taller, just and takes off running. You can hear like the flap of their feet. They're not wearing these shoes. Like flap of their feet going down the street away from the crossroads where you just came. At the same moment as the lieutenant has breached the door and says, "There's one in here, Sergeant. It's a child." And Trooper Lenk like raises his lasgun. You hear the like click of powering up, and it's essentially, "Should I take the shot, Sarge?"
Don't.
And the lieutenant
Fuck
says,
it, take a shot.
"Right, you are." The lieutenant says, "I've got this one, Sergeant. If you want to go after the other one."
All right, I got it.
Do you want the Lenk to take a shot?
Yeah, because I think that I know what the mission is, and I can't allow even a kid to pass any information anyway. I can't do it. So yeah.
Yep. All right, so that is short range, half aim. He's gonna semi-auto this. Okay, he takes a shot. He hits twice. I will give it a chance to dodge. As the probably child is like running back and forward. Oh no, that's not a dodge. And therefore we go to damage. Yeah. Quick rattle of lasgun fire down the street, and the figure falls, not moving. At the same time, you hear a little strangled sound from inside the building.
Right. I guess I'd move in to see. Is this where the lieutenant is, or is this
It's where the lieutenant. Length's a little bit further back, like covering you both.
Okay. The strangling sound, does it sound like the lieutenant? Can't tell.
Yeah, it's kind of gurgly.
All right. Oh, as soon as I'd hear it, I'd move in carefully, but I'd move in.
As you start moving in, another small figure like runs at you, essentially, trying to get past you or trying to go at you.
Do I notice any weapons in either hand when they do?
No.
Are they wearing a cloak?
No, just kind of raggy shirt, trousers.
Anything that could cover anything underneath?
Not really. I mean, they might be hiding a knife or a club or something, possibly, but...
All right, but not explosives, right? I mean, like, that's
No.
my concern.
No, like, there's not enough covering to cover something complicated and large like that.
All right. I'm going to try and grab him.
In this instance, there's no competition. You can grab them.
Okay. Let's grab him.
And they're kind of like swinging and grunting and swearing and threatening to murder you and eat you and like a whole load of stuff like that, essentially.
All right. I'll just hold him for a minute. And then, am I still hearing the gurgling or no?
Yeah. It's kind of like...
All right. So I'm going to hold on to this guy and drag him forward, cursing or whatever, looking for the gurgling.
Yeah. As you go forward, it's easy enough. In the corner, Lieutenant's there. There's a knife sticking out of his neck. It looks like he's just about alive.
For fuck's sake.
There's like coughing blood and...
Is there any chance for him? Just looking at it.
No.
All right. I shoot him.
Yep. Gun goes up. Echoes.
Real
And
shame.
The kid's still like swinging and kicking at you and swearing and...
Yeah. I turn the gun
Is
on
everyone-
him and
is everyone
I shoot him too
distracted?
and then drop him.
Yep. down he goes. And Lenk, like, you hear Lenk's footsteps, like, running up and, like, Sarge, is everything? Oh, shit.
Yep.
LT dead?
Yeah. Stupid. Oh, Ace is gonna love this. All right. All right. So I think after that, if there's nothing here, then we're just walking out.
Should we, grab his gear?
Already on it. Rita's already picking through the pockets of both of the bodies. Is there anything good in there? In either one of them?
Let me just have a quick look. On the kid, there's absolutely nothing. The lieutenant has a new knife, but it's in his neck.
Is it a good knife?
No, it's really shit. It's like almost a butter knife, basically.
No coins, or treats, food of any kind?
So, there's the cognomen tags, which I'm essentially like dog tags, which I imagine you take, Sarge.
Yeah, I would take that. Anything that shows rank off of them. Anything that anyone else could pick up and use.
It's worthwhile mentioning. I imagine you'd remember what he showed you earlier on the truck.
Yeah.
So you may want to, like, cause you're there first, you can 100% grab that before Rita has a chance to goblin all over the lieutenant.
Yeah.
No offense, Rita.
Hey. Oh, so sorry, Sarge. Yeah, you take whatever you want. Is it good? What is it?
Nah, it's nothing.
Take the badge. Secrete it about
Yes,
yourself.
sir.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay.
Everything's fine. Yeah. Anything of rank, like I said, anything that anyone could pick up and try and use against someone else. I don't think it would happen, but I'm probably just routine, at this point.
Yeah. Also,
than
just
that.
as a note, that was a pretty loud echo gunshot, especially the bolt pistol. The last gun too, but it's not quite as loud. The bolt pistol like echoed all across the thing.
Yeah. All right.
So if there are more people here, they may know roughly where you are.
right.
For Rita, there are 2 frag grenades, 2 smoke grenades, a bolt pistol with 5 mags, 2 weeks, about a week and 5 days of combat sustenance rations.
So two smoke grenades, 2 frag grenades, a week worth of rations.
A week and 5 days.
Okay. 1.5 a week of rations. Was that it?
Bolt pistol with 5 mags.
Bolt pistol. 5 mags. Excellent.
Grooming kit, rechargeable lamp, sleep bag
Grooming
and
kit.
blanket, mess kit and water canteen, set of basic tools, sling bag, flak armor, knife, poor weather gear, and his uniform.
Mess kit. Got it.
Essentially everything that you have.
Hawk! Where's Hawk? Hawk, come here!
Yes.
Now tell me,
sorry.
Hawk, why is it that I got here before you did?
Well, I was
It's called
keeping
initiative.
watch that. Yes. Oh. Is that the lieutenant?
Yeah, it's not important. Here, why don't you hold
What?
this for me?
What happened? What happened to the
It's
lieutenant?
complicated. You just hold this, yeah?
He looks dead. Is he dead?
He's very dead, yeah.
Wait, who's dead?
The lieutenant's dead.
The lieutenant's
just got
dead? Who killed the lieutenant? Parzival? Was it you?
That wasn't me.
No.
The first one you suspect is me? I'm shocked and appalled.
No,
No,
I would
listen,
be very
listen,
impressed.
Listen.
What was that loud noise that I heard?
Some
That
madness.
was me. Listen, my big heart got to me. I took the lieutenant out a little too fast. It was loud. We need to get going as fast as
You
possible.
killed the
if there's anybody
lieutenant?
here. Well, he was dying anyway.
He was dying anyway. How did he die?
He
Oh, look
got
at him.
stabbed.
Sarge,
like
you had it in you. Nice.
I don't. So, yeah, at this point, I'm shooing him
literally
along.
stabbed in the throat by a kid.
By a kid.
By a kid. Yeah.
A
By-
kid took
by
out
a
the
kid?
lieutenant.
Yeah.
That kid, actually.
Well, I
You're
guess
not
he deserved it
surprised.
then.
Well, I guess we
The
should
kid
not
did us a
start.
favor.
Trial by
should-
child.
We should start calling our sergeant the lieutenant now. Field promotion it is then.
No, don't give me that shit. All right.
Sarge, Lieutenant.
No.
You think Sarge would stoop that low?
Yeah, fucking, I work for a living. Now, come on. Let's get
No,
your shit
I don't
together.
think he stooped that low. I think he did us a favor. Honestly.
I'm going to assume that this banter is carried out as you are gathering up gear, getting ready to move.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
general
No,
things.
everyone's probably fucking so jovial right now.
Yeah.
We see this every day. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. And
I love it.
as you are kind of joking and bantering, obviously Hawk is a little bit more shaken out and not quite so jovial, and he's. We will take a break here.
Along the Sword Coast, at the northwest of Faerun, in the Forgotten Realms, lies the city of Luskan. It is known as the City of Sails, and was once a bustling city, but now it's a shadow of its former self. It is a place where pirates, thieves, smugglers, and the host tower of the Arcane Brotherhood reside. Snow falls, and a cold wind blows across the port, and such a thing is not unusual in the month of Nighthall. However, on this day, a strange figure stares, crestfallen, as the doors to the host tower close in his face. Table Story presents Rye of the Frostmane.
Dear Mr. Right. We are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
So, moving on, chatting. Sarge, you're in charge now, essentially. And as you carry on, I'm assuming you're not taking a beat, you know, you're not like pausing here and reorganizing things, essentially.
Well, that's not true. So, I know what the LT was trying to do before.
Yeah.
Nerve Center. We're essentially doing the same thing as we were before, but I might have Ace a little bit further ahead of me, just so I can just spread out a little bit. But yeah, there's
So-
not much change.
He can recon further and then...
Yeah, just relay.
Alright. Ace, as you go, how did you feel about Lieutenant? I know
felt
you were
like,
kind of concerned.
He felt that the lieutenant was getting a little soft. Nerves were getting to him. He's on his expiration date of being in the field. Not so much as a dying wish, but more of a everything was slowing down with the lieutenant. When you have something, a weak link in your chain, it can bring the whole chain down, essentially. So he's more so concerned about the team, his safety, and more importantly, should the lieutenant even be here to begin with?
Yeah. Essentially, a lot of what he did was leave things to the sergeant. All that does now is give the power of command to the sergeant, and it means it doesn't have to go through the lieutenant, so...
Right. So he's not sad. He's seen this happen all the time.
Yeah.
He was just like, in his head, he's like, what a non-autistic way to go. He's kind of
that
like
was-
disgusted.
It was kind of lame. Okay. Well. Carrying on. So good. 40 more minutes of heading down and through and lefts and rights, and there's an occasional pause. You have to, you hear some rubble shifting, might be people walking through, you never know. You kind of hold your hand up and everyone stops. You investigate, turns out, it's rats, or it's just the shifting of rubble, because rubble does that shit. You clear it, and then essentially move on. After another good 40 minutes or so, you hold your hand up for a different reason, which is there is a giant hole in the ceiling.
Hold.
It's come into view gradually through the darkness of the Hive City. This place is big, but you've been in Hive Cities before, so you're used to it in that respect. There's essentially a large section of the floor that has fallen, crushed some buildings, and essentially formed like a rubble ramp up to the next floor.
Yeah, Ace just kind of points up.
Yeah.
He doesn't really say much.
Yeah, Sarge, you can see that.
Yeah, I see it.
So, for your additional info on everything 40k, this level of a hive city is kind of like the ground level, a lot of residential. The higher up you go, the more the shorter it is, and the smaller it is, and the more affluent it is. So the higher you go, the richer people are, and the more crap they have. The problem is going by the map and going by the intel you had. The VIP you're after was on this floor, and he was like at the edge of the wall, like a breach in the wall, like holding that breach. So the option is there to go up a level. Might be an easier time of it. There's more light up there. There's less likely to be, more people. But you'd have to find a way back down, and you know.
All right. So with us all stopping, I think I'll, after making sure that we're safe as we can be, I'll probably bring everybody together, go through all of it, talking about options, and then look around. What are we thinking?
Hawk's like kind of staring off in his own little world a little bit, but he's there. He's
What are we thinking?
Well, might have an easier way going forward, but coming back, I mean, we're doing all right on time. Actually, how are we doing on time? It feels like we moved through at a pretty okay pace.
You're moving through at a good pace. By this, you should get there maybe an hour or two before sundown.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
I say
pace
we
is
worry
good.
about getting there, and then worry about getting out when we have to get out. But I'm not
Anybody
a strategist or a sergeant.
No. This is good. This is good. You're not wrong. Getting there fast is good. Just coming back out, you know how difficult it can get. So, anybody else?
Well, we do not know if the package is alive or dead. Am I correct?
That's correct.
That's gonna prove some obstacles. That is. Being on both which, if the package is alive, are they in any kind of condition to be able to trek back? If the package is dead, the size of the package matters. Or in if who carries it, and or if, well, this is a trap or not, seeming that we don't even know.
All right. So you're saying you're thinking a slower way. but we can guarantee, or at least to some degree, our way back.
Well, I'm thinking more of planning our way while we're going there. That way we can plan an escape route instead of just going and hoping for the best.
All right, Link, what are you thinking?
If there's anyone looking for us, then we're gonna have to fight him at some point. And if everyone's dead, then heading up another level, I don't think it's gonna help us much either way. But that's just me.
Oh,
I might be very wrong.
Parzival, what do you think?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Sarge. It makes no difference to me or Hawk, since we have one mind now.
Right. All right, Huck. Well, I want to ask you then. All right. Well, we won't go up. What are we thinking? Is that good?
I'm good with that, Sarge.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I mean, I don't know about you, Ice, but it'd be nice to have a vantage point. At least somebody, you know?
Yes, absolutely. I mean,
Vantage.
yeah, I agree. Maybe I can, as we just said, have an advantage over the situation. Maybe I should go up. And I don't know. It's up to you, Sarge. I don't want to split up too much or have any influence over this, knowing that I do not know what I'm getting myself into. And that's been the problem all along here.
If he goes up, we'll be terribly split, right?
There's not really any or many holes looking down, so...
That's fair enough. Yeah. All right. Stick together. We'll keep going forward the way we are.
Then I'll
We'll pay attention
hold the
as
front.
we go. All right. Let's get back to it.
Right you are, Sarge. So... you keep going?
Yeah.
Down the roads, following the map. Every now and then, again, distant noises cause quick delays, just making sure you're not walking into anything. You don't see any more traps. Possibly that was one just left over from when they were defending the city, or who knows.
So it feels empty as we're going forward. I guess I should say this doesn't feel like a necessary choke in any way. Okay. All right.
To give you an idea, like, it really varies from planet to planet, but hive cities can be the size of, like, circumference-wise, the size of New York or bigger. So when it's empty, it really feels empty. So even if there are people around, they could be, you know...
So far over. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So something like the pistol shot will echo through a fair distance. So, but being able to triangulate that...
I was getting ready to say, it's going to be really hard bouncing off all those walls. So, yeah, fair enough.
So you keep going. Another hour. Not really seeing much of anything. Ace, can I get another awareness, please? Sarge, you're quite far up front too, right?
Yeah.
Awareness from you two, please.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Ace, you hear the shifting of rubble again. And rocks bouncing down off some. Sounds like to your right a bit, down a ways, in some buildings. 4 degrees of success. With this one, you do hear a secondary shift of rubble that's more like little bits, like someone walking over it instead. It's close enough that you would say, hard to tell, but you would say that if they aren't aware of you now, they may be soon. If it is people, which isn't 100% confirmed.
Sarge, do you hear that? About 45 degrees to the right, eastward, there is some shifting in rocks, unlike our own. A little bit more than I would like to admit to be a safe route. There might be someone or something in that direction. Too far off to tell, but we might want to step with caution and have our arms ready, just in case.
All right. I'd probably relay the potential threat to everybody.
Yeah.
Say, I don't know what's up there, but there's could be something. So everybody on your guard. Don't post up yet.
Right, son?
Sarge.
And let's keep going, but let's try and be quiet about it.
Taking a slightly more steady pace and just aware. Okay. In this instance, could everyone please roll me awareness? That's a degree of success from Rita. I think that's the first awareness test you've passed. Well done. 5 degrees of success. 5 degrees of success for Ace. 1 degree of success for Von Valkis. And 4 degrees of failure for the Sarge.
All over the place.
Yeah. Essentially, Ace, you hear this first. Von Valkis and Rita, you hear this a bit fainter and a bit less clear, but a little bit after Ace starts to hear it. Where is it? It's got to be around here somewhere. I mean, we heard it not that long ago. Let's just keep looking. Essentially, the echoed mumbling of... I mean, for 5 degrees of success, Ace, I'm going to give you the numbers as well. Seems to be about 6 or 7 people. And it sounds like they're searching for the people who made that gunshot.
Immediately, Ace kind of goes in like a snake pattern. He doesn't stick to one path. He circles himself around and he perks up, and his cloak is over him. And right now, immediately he darts, almost like a bloodhound, darts in the direction and slowly points his gun as a signal to everybody that there's danger. And he'll hold up his hand and he'll go like, without speaking.
Yeah. And this is the type of thing that you guys train. You guys have fought enough together to know exactly what's going on. And we can all assume that you essentially action stations.
Post up.
Post up?
Yep.
So something I need to, if I can get, what does the terrain look like that we're in right now? What sort of rubbles, piles, anything like that?
So it's essentially a straight shot street. It's gonna take you on. You've got a couple more turns, like depending on if there's anything that's fallen across the road, which has happened a few times. You may have to divert, but mostly a straight shot for the next hour will take you to your general area of where you need to be.
Okay. And for any debris in the road and open doorways, anything like that.
Open doorways, ruined houses, but not destroyed houses. So there's cover there, and there's places you can essentially, like, hunker down for a bit if you want to wait. And then in the road, there is bits of fallen building, like, you know, kind of, but they're walk-aroundable. If you need cover, they'll suffice for cover.
Okay. This is so stupid. Arzavok, can you come here for a minute?
Yes, Sarge. What can I do you for?
I got 2 questions.
Yeah?
1, you got anything that can make a small popping noise? Just a small popping noise, almost like gunfire.
Really?
Just a small one. Don't do it now. I'm just asking. You got something like that?
I don't know, Hawk. Do we have something like that, Hawk?
Your grenades?
Think, Hawk. Think. What makes a popping noise? Hawk, come on. Explosives. Yeah, we have lots of explosives. Yeah, we can do it. Yeah,
Oh, I thought the Sarge said that was a bit loud.
yeah we can make him smaller, Hawk. All right.
Can we?
Is there any bodies? Any dead bodies lying around? Do you see any, Hawk?
No.
Alright.
Lieutenant's
Well.
back there a ways. We kind
Yeah, it's a ways though. Alright. Yeah, we can make a small popping noise.
If you are looking for a distractive noise,
Well,
Rita,
things, yeah.
yeah, Rita, you can rip out the detonator essentially.
Yeah.
The ignition in your grenade launcher.
We got a lot of things that can make a tiny popping noise, yeah?
And you got those, you got what is it, Frenzigen. You got one of those ready to go.
Never leave home without it, Sarge.
Can you detonate it remotely?
Yeah, we can set a timer.
All right.
Do we have a remote? Hawk, anywhere in your bag?
Remote? No.
Yeah, remote. Yeah, remote detonator.
No.
Like this one, yeah? Oh, wait, there it is. I got it right here. Yeah, it's armed.
That's not mine, Sarge.
It's fine. It's fine. All right. So this is what I'm thinking. If we can get them to come in this direction. Now we're going to pile back a little bit. There's a little empty little building right there. We can get a pop noise go off. Get a few of them close enough. You set that off. Maybe they take care of themselves.
Oh, you want me to drug him? Yeah, absolutely. I'm on it.
You hear a very soft fucking hell from somewhere behind you.
It's kind of hot.
Right, we're going to be using Frenzigen today, mates. You know what that means? Masks on.
Yeah.
Parzival doesn't put a mask on.
Ace is essentially up something. Not too far up, but he's up something enough to be able to watch cover and release hand signals, I want to say. I don't know how close I am.
Multi-story building that hasn't like completely. It's a little bit tricky. Essentially, roll me in athletics with a +20. Failure essentially means that it's just going to take you a bit longer to get up there. You may not be up in time to cover them, depending on how quickly they do this.
Oh,
There you go.
that's nice. Athletics sucks. That's great.
Yeah. You got there. 3 degrees of success. Pretty good. So yeah, you essentially make your way up. It's kind of like a corner of a building that's still standing, and essentially the higher the floors go, the less floor they have. So you can essentially jump from one and pull yourself up. It's why acrobatics doesn't work on that, because that's a lot more athletics than acrobatics.
Yeah.
But yeah, you post yourself up in the corner. Got a nice little divot that you can kind of expand a little bit, put your rifle on.
Is it night or day?
It is day,
Okay.
but there's not that much light that comes through, so
No sun. Okay, great.
it's
Well,
it's why the collapsed ceiling took a while to see, because essentially slowly it comes out through the gloom to you.
okay. Well, he can't send a signal via sun, so
You have your radios.
Yeah, we have the radios. So he didn't want to
Microbeats.
make any noise. He's gonna relay back to the Sarge. They're absolutely looking for us. Your performance with your pistol earlier has attracted us some fans. I'm seeing, hearing, thinking about anywhere between 5 to 7 individuals. What do you want me to do?
Let's keep watch on for now. We're gonna try something. Can you get down easy when well, if things go down the way we need? Can you get back to the street fast?
Why, yes.
All right.
The fastest way is to fall. I'm just kidding.
All right. So, I think I'll go over to Parzival.
Almost done, Sarge. Wobbage,
Yeah,
you got any more gum? Any more of that delicious drugged up gum?
I sure fucking do.
Just have a little piece of it. Yeah, just put it right there. Fine, just take it in the hand. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. Ugh. Just gonna wrap that around a wire. Perfect. Right, Sarge. So, we have the popping on a timer. Yeah, it's a little tiny canister. This. It's gonna make a sound like a gun, and then the frenzigen detonators are set to this little baby.
All right.
Right.
All right. So
Gonna
now,
put it right in this rubble here. Everybody sees where it's at, right? We're not gonna touch that piece of rubble. Alright. Watching you, Hook.
So I would try and find an area far enough away, upwind, if there is any, but far enough away. Yeah, I know. It should be dead air, but
It is pretty much dead air.
I would find a place up enough away from it so that we don't have to cross it in the direction that we have to go.
Okay.
To try and get us as hidden as possible. Let's see, and I would have Valkus, I would have you get ready, but pull yourself to the side as much as possible. I don't want you being seen.
All right.
And then I'll have Hawk and Link stay back. You're gonna stay back with me.
Right,
Hide. And now we just need a little noise. Have them come in this direction. Not the popping noise yet.
You
think at that
just
point,
point at me and tell me, Sarge.
how loud is my my chain sword? How loud is that? when I-
Chainsword?
Yeah. From where they are, where we think they are right now.
It's not massively noisy, but in this silence, it's not quiet. So it will broadcast around a fairly large area, but also it's consistent, so you can keep it going, and it will allow them to, be a bit more clear about where you are. So
Perfect. Okay.
good and bad.
So-
Good and bad.
Yeah. So
You gonna
I
fire
think
up the old ripper stick, Sarge?
Yeah, I think I'm going to a little bit. Ace, can you do me a favor? And this is your discretion.
Yes.
You know where we are, and you know the direction they're going to be coming from. I'm going to use my chainsaw to start some noise. Now, I need you to keep eyes on, and I need you to tell me when to turn it off. Because what I want them to do is come down here, not know we're in this building, but know it's from this area.
Okay. I got
Okay.
you, Sarge.
All right. And
Absolutely.
then, Oswald, you're going to be ready. On my signal, you're going to make the popping noise when they're in the right position to hear it, okay?
Well, the popping noise is on a timer, Sarge, so I'm gonna have to be out here. Set the timer, maybe 10 seconds, pop it down, and then run away.
Hawk.
Huh?
She's wearing too much. You're going to have to do this.
What am I?
Oswald, show 'em.
All right, Hawk, it's real simple. You're gonna take this part, twist it around, make sure it's only at this angle here. All right? Then you gotta let it down gently. Don't throw it, cause it's very explosive. All right?
Okay.
If it starts ticking, it's working. If it's not ticking, not working. Probably. All right?
Okay.
All right.
All right, so Hawk, what you're going to do is after Ace gives me the signal that they're going to be getting close, you're the one that's going to be running out. You're going to do this. Oswald tells you to do it, okay? So you make sure you pay attention. See if we can get this in motion.
Ready
I will
when
be
you are.
your DM from now on.
Oh!
We have lost a sheepdog.
Oh no.
Luckily, I know how to run only war at the most pivotal time.
Hawk, I told you the other way. It's gotta be at the angle, mate.
Please hold while we try and contact Sheepdog. I
Too
think
soon.
his internet dropped. Yep, his power flicked on and off.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's fine.
It wasn't me, Sergeant, but you had it. You all
I
had it.
think maybe
It wasn't me.
it was your fault. I think if we were to blame anyone, I think if anyone was siphoning power from Sheepdog's house,
Possible. Stop taking shit.
Hey, Wilson, we're gonna mint my ancient glyphs, mate.
she's super powered the chainsword.
To make more noise. all right.
It's going to be the loudest thing in the world. Yeah. It would be good, actually, if you all... In fact, I guess, Aaron, you are going to have to do the chainsword.mp3 noise. Because I don't have one. So if you can...
Fuck. All right. Hold on.
Prepare that now. Frightens me that you seem to have it.
Opening up his folder. Weapon noises.
It's fine. I just have to switch an audio source real fast and use all my brain power immediately. So it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
The sometimes Sheepdog will say things to me like, I need a chainsword sound, and I go, nope, no idea what that is. Chainsword sound? I really thought Aaron had one.
No. The thing is, I don't. I wish I did.
Isn't it just a chainsaw sound?
I don't know.
Essentially, it will be.
Okay.
But with like chuck in some sounds of like swords.
I don't trust
banging.
that it isn't like there's griffins in this and they aren't animals. Did
Well,
you
are
know
they?
that? Oh.
No.
Yeah, that's a chainsaw.
That's going to be what it is.
All right, you're
it's
in charge of
essentially
it.
a sword. On. All right.
That's the only thing you're in charge of.
How loud was that? 'Cause
Oh.
my ears are bleeding.
Mute yourself.
Okay, done.
He's back, everyone. And now we return
Hey.
to our regularly scheduled chainsword.
Thank God you're alive. You pissed out for a moment, Huck. I thought you were done for.
I think I saw the Emperor.
You gotta bend your knees, mate.
Right. So, the plan is set. Everything's ready.
Hope so.
Okay.
All right.
So, who's setting off the noise?
Oh, I'll be doing that. So
Okay.
I'll relay up to Ace and be like, all right, you tell me when to turn this thing off.
All right.
And
Ready when you are.
here we go.
Echoes through the Hive City, and immediately you hear, that way, over there. And
They're coming.
the stomping of feet. At Ace, you even see some shadows moving through some of the houses, heading towards the main street, like further down.
Okay.
And
They're almost in range, Sarge. I can see their shadows. You can ease up on your ripping.
and then coming down the street towards you, you can see a group of figures. Like, they're not trying to be quiet, really. They're essentially gripping beams of wood, pipes, hammers, just general everyday debris that can be wielded like a weapon. And they have like a very drawn, desperate look to them. It's enough to assume probably civilians or deserted soldiers who just, been here for too long.
Oh, Sarge, before you do anything drastic, these do not look like threats. By all means, they look like they'll probably end up taking themselves out eventually. You're cool.
Alright. Nah, fuck it. Just in case. I don't want them coming up behind us.
Understood. I will clean up whatever mess that does not get handled.
Alright, perfect. Also, alright, so I'm gonna need Hawk, I'm gonna need you to run out before they get here and do what you need to do. And as soon as this shit goes down, they start doing what they're doing, we need to haul ass, because it's gonna make a lot of noise.
Right, Sarge. I'm ready, Sarge.
Alright. Get out there.
Remember what I said.
Okay, so Hawk has the detonation grenade, the frenzigen, is it?
No, the frenzigen's already in the rubble, mate. You just gotta put
Frenzigen's
down
in
the
the
popper.
rubble, okay.
Yeah.
And he's putting...
That piece of rubble. Don't mess with it.
Is he, hucking it, or is he placing it?
No, you gotta do it quietly, gently. Just turn the thing, pop it down on the ground gently, because it's explosive. And then get the hell out.
So Hawk runs forward with his kind of trying to, it reminds you very, very slightly of Ace, except for done badly. He's not super stealthy. And he goes and he kind of weaves, he gets it there, and he starts fiddling around a little bit. And let's just have a little bit of a see of... Just don't roll a critical failure and we should be fine. Yeah, it doesn't take him long at all, actually. Once he's there, he manages to set it up. Apparently he's a good listener, even when he's not...
What's the old nutrient bar?
There you go. And then kind of scuttles back towards you. And takes position. Hotshot lasgun up and ready.
So, yeah, so what I'm hoping will happen is they should be able to get hopefully close enough to hear the noise, not anything huge, just enough to be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Which I imagine Parzival would have figured out the best distance for them to be curious. And then when they get close enough, that's when the other one will go off.
Yeah, so essentially there's a kind of pop that echoes around, and the shadows, the figures who are further down the road, kind of looking all around, trying to figure out where the noise came from, this chainsaw noise, kind of swing around towards your direction, and you hear not even that echoey anymore because they're a lot closer now. Essentially, I heard it over there, quick, that way, and then just start pounding down the road, and just head straight towards the I mean, it's a road. They head directly towards the point, so they get to where you kind of secreted the frenzigen grenade. 50 meters, 25 meters, 20 meters, and then the first of them starts stepping over it and heading in your direction.
Tell me when.
When you're ready.
Now? Sure. You want it now?
Yeah, are they close enough? No,
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Less chance.
Click. And there's just a thwoomph as the gas expands, and immediately there's a confused kind of what the... And, people they stop in their tracks, they look around, there's this thick gas that adds to the darkness already currently there, and within a couple of seconds even, because this acts really fast, you've designed it to be inhaled and just immediately,
It's good stuff.
It's
It's good stuff.
It's a nasty concoction.
Top
And
shelf.
within seconds, you hear the sounds of thumping and hitting and snarling and shouting as they essentially inhale this in their confusion, stop for a few seconds, and then feel that frenzy, that anger just boil up, and it sends them at the nearest thing closest to them.
Are they using weapons or are they just tearing each other apart?
Mix of both. It doesn't completely take away your senses. It's a little bit of a berserker vibe where essentially you lose a lot of your reason and just try to kill the nearest thing close to you.
Okay, and how far? Because I was hoping we'd be like, hopefully they would have gone past us and we would have been down enough. Because it didn't sound like these are trained people anyway. But how far away are we from them?
It's probably a good 100 meters or so, like down the road. It is in the direction you want to be heading. I mean that's just where they were in the first place. But if you take a quick sideways through a side road and then up, you can just essentially take a square of a shape and just kind of cut around them if you want.
That's what we do.
And I can tell you very quickly, even as you're like preparing and everything, they do tear each other apart. Like they're a good 5 minutes and there's the lightest sound of scuffling and everything. The problem being in that area, of course, is it's filled with Rita's phrenzogen gas, which is not something you really want to walk through. You do have gas masks, you can, go through it, but they've never really been tested with gas masks, to be fair.
No fucking way.
It's probably fine.
I don't think it is. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna take a side street. We're gonna go up a little bit before we come back onto this road, so we can avoid that. Ace, you think you can get down, meet us? I don't know, block up.
Yes, I'll go around the backside. I don't want to be a part of any of that abstract decision making.
We're gonna be hauling ass. We got a little bit more time before we get there. This is gonna make a little bit of noise. I'm hoping it's enough to draw some people, but if we're going fast, someone might be in front of us. So just pay attention. But we're gonna haul ass.
Right,
I'm on my way.
So, you head forward a little bit, cut right through a little side street. It's a bit more dangerous, just because it's a bit more compact and, there's a bit more rubble, but it's essentially, you move through it and, you can still hear some sounds of essentially movement. Possibly there's one or two of them left just running around looking for something to smash, but they don't come in your direction. And Ace, you can actually see them from where you were. So essentially there's two left. One runs kind of towards you, but to the side, like they don't see you or anything. They don't have that type of awareness with them currently, and just essentially kind of like runs down a side road in the opposite direction from where the squad went. And the other one kind of like runs back up the road where they came from, and then runs back down the road, and then kind of like searches, like kind of like rips through the kind of huddled bodies that are down there. Just kind of searching for anyone alive, probably.
So I can see those two?
Yeah.
I want to take a shot and shatter their knees.
You can, obviously. However, your shot will make an echoed noise. Just be aware.
Oh, I didn't know if I had a silenced gun.
No.
Sarge, he's gonna report. You have two runaways here. We need to deal with them. I don't know how long Rita's gas lasts. Don't know if they affect any neural passages to the brain, leading to any kind of remembering of what just happened, and knowing that there was something down here. Seeing that we probably left debris or something around. Maybe someone can search to know where we are. Should we take care of them or leave them to their animalistic ways?
All right. So let's see. What direction are they going? Like, can we converge on them? Are they going the way we're going?
They are sporadic at the moment.
Sporadic. And we can't get close to them just to take them out.
I mean,
There's already been a lot of...
We can get close, but I don't know.
No. There's already been noise from them already. Yeah, no, go ahead and take them out. But then we gotta go, because that's gonna be a big noise.
Yeah. Or they could be the cause of the noise and we leave them. My concern is what they remember. They haven't seen any of us, so we can probably leave them. But I know you wanted to be thorough, as we were with the kids.
Parzival, what's the after effects of this shit?
We want some?
No. I'm just wondering, like, what?
Oh, yeah, the effects. Well, it depends, you know, how much you have, how many murders you do while you're on it. It's really up to fate, really. Say probably a good maybe 3 seconds for the come up, and then you're off for a good 20, 30 minutes, and then there's a come down. You have a hangover.
Very often they've pushed themselves past their limits so much that they essentially collapse and can, barely move for a while.
It's a pretty big hangover.
Yeah.
No, fuck them. Yeah, no, that's fine. Just leave them. That's going to give us enough time. Don't worry about it.
That sounds good.
I hate shit like this. Okay, but they will remember, right? I mean, this isn't like...
Yeah.
Anything's possible, Sarge. It depends on the willpower of the individual. Rita is, no offense, good at what she does to cause chaos. But she is no doctor, nor does she know how the mind works. She knows how to corrupt it.
I want to.
Fine.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's fine. It's fine. I would leave them. If it fucks them up long enough that they're just going to be disoriented anyway. If they don't remember, they don't remember. If they do, they do. Doesn't matter. If they don't see us, it's fuck. Leave them. Let's just keep going forward.
Right on.
All right. So, Ace, you quietly descend. Please roll me a stealth. You get a plus 30 because you have your cloak. And you get a plus 20 because it is dark. So plus 50 total. 50. Which is just silliness. Yeah.
Jesus.
That is a critical failure, which counts even if you succeed.
Oh.
So if you'd like to use a fate point to re-roll.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'm going to use a fate point, of course.
Okay.
Well, I didn't fix mine from the last, so I still have one.
Yes. Your fate points do come back after every session,
yeah,
so you will
I'm
have
just going to leave it there and not mess with it since I forgot to fix it. Oh, that's more like Ace, for sure. Yep.
So quickly, you rejoin the group. You actually walk past one of the frenzied, the one running down, and you just kind of like step out of the building. They run right past you, like a whiff of air as they like shoot past you, running down at something imagined or whatever. It doesn't really matter to you. And you just quietly, like a ghost, slip through the side streets and, without anyone noticing your back, join the line.
Yeah, I think he'll creepily just run past Valkus and the Sarge and stop, and he's like, anything that I miss? He'll just say that without having his cloak up or anything. It just kind of freaks him out, and yeah.
Voice just comes out.
Yep.
Yeah, there's probably a second where Sarge has his gun out, and he doesn't raise it, but he just twitches forward and goes,
yeah.
All right. Just enough to go, fuck. All right. Yeah, no, let's double time it. Let's go.
Okay, picking up the pace.
Yeah.
In that case, Ace, please roll me your awareness.
Okay.
As we keep going through the Hive City.
Ooh.
2 degrees of failure. Okay. Seems quiet again. It's possible there are more roving bands, but you hear no sign of any. And the minutes and then a few hours tick past as you make your way as quick as possible. It is starting, even as you get closer to the other end of the hive, it is starting to get lighter, but it's also starting to get darker. And you can see at this point a reasonably large hole in the side of the hive. Essentially, the wall has been breached or collapsed or something that has a decent amount of enough to bring through like some soldiers or whatever it was that they wanted to get through. And you can hear, it's not a lot, but you can hear some firing. Light arms fire mostly. Nothing heavy, but it sounds like there is some combat going on in the direction you're going to.
We may have tripped upon our location. Do you hear that? It's slight. Maybe further in the distance than I would like to admit. Now, normally I'm very good at picking up on locations, but this sound is disorienting to me. I apologize.
Oh, you don't apologize for that shit. All right.
So, you're close enough for a visual on the area. There's a few flashes, not particularly, it is still lightish outside. The sun's going down. You essentially have straight shots, kind of edging around the side of the wall of the hive at this point. Probably take you about 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get properly close to where essentially there's a big hole in the side of the hive. There are buildings kind of mostly around it, but as you go close towards the hole, less and less buildings, more rubble, and yeah, it's essentially that's what you got heading towards where the hole is, where the fighting is, same thing.
All right. So as we get closer, I'll probably be communicating with Ace constantly.
Okay.
Any information that he's able to pick up, glean, focusing on if this is something we need to deal with or if this is something we can get around.
Again, I am so sorry that the sound is so disorienting.
That's all right. All right. Just keep
Going
your eyes out.
around is normally something I take, but with it echoing off of every sound and direction, I can't pinpoint, but I can go further and get a better look. But that may also put me in danger, but you don't have to worry about me. I'm hard to find or see. Shall I investigate further?
Yeah. Get a peek.
All right. Stay put. And Ace will do that.
Please roll me a stealth with your plus 50, which makes it very hard to fail, although you did manage it for a second there.
Bro. Never put past the failures. Okay.
However, 5 degrees of success sees you going quickly and smoothly. I'm assuming you want to get eyes on the engagement. Essentially, you get a few streets closer, head into a building, climb up like the rubble to the top where you can get a good look over. What you see is essentially some firing, some like movement of people on the outside who are kind of, it looks like they're trying to get in. There's quite a wide gap, so there is a essentially like a trench, a very custom bodge job trench line with a like slapped together bunker in the center of it, and you can see kind of like flashes of fire coming from the bunker. It looks, the best guess I can give you from this distance is it looks like there's a minor assault on the bunker and resistance from said bunker. You can't really tell uniforms or sides. You know, it is what it is.
Sarge, this area doesn't look like anything professional done. It's more so in desperation of survival. The attack looks like it's something that they're just trying to throw as much cover fire as possible and all push the objective. Now, we can go straight through the middle with the war bitch and let her do what she does best. Or we can go around in a stealth manner of sorts and take out anything on the outskirts. Now, the trenches are meager, minor. Rita wouldn't have the pleasure of blowing anything up with that because these are quite out in the open, and again, it looks like it was a desperate job to get these done as fast as possible. The bunker is stable, but not to a degree of successful means of standing long if this continues. Your call.
All right, so I'm gonna have to ask some questions then. Let's see. Considering where we are, where we're trying to go, what he's relaying to me, going straight through. God, this is a shit situation.
I mean, bunker.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna see trying to go around. Nah, I think we're gonna try and just blow the fuck out of them. Yep. All right.
Do we all hear it?
So,
Do you see any unexploded ordnance? Complementary explosions?
No, not really.
From where I'm standing, no.
Right. Never mind. There's that idea.
Seems like a light assault.
I got an idea.
What you got, Valkus?
I mean, I kind of want to see Ace do his thing, you know, go around. But we had a deal, Ace. You had to try to be a little bit more abstract in your art.
That is true, but in this situation, this canvas is already dirty. You see, these two end up destroying each other. I don't see any uniforms, don't see any representation. This can just be out of desperation of just wanting whoever can be king of the hill. And
Ace.
I also, yes.
Roll me an awareness, please. Take a plus 20. Oof. As you're talking, you hear something else. The rumble of treads. Squeak of something heavier. As busting through the trench line, looks like a chimera, maybe? Couldn't be a Lehman Ross. Unlikely. But it does have a big kind of like turret on the top of it, and it just busts over the trench line, past the bunker, goes straight through one of the buildings, and takes a shift turn to the left, and starts heading down the street.
Well, hold on. Wow. Now, well, things just got very interesting.
It is heading towards the squad down that street.
Our squad. Well, as much as I would love to entertain you, Valkus, I would like to see you alive for another day. Sergeant, we have a major problem.
All right, what you got?
There is a vehicle of some sort, maybe a chimera, maybe something a little bit smaller, but it has heavy fire on it and is coming straight towards you all. I suggest you prepare, pick up your arms, and be ready to fight for your lives.
Sarge, you don't have much of anything to penetrate a tank. I'm just gonna give you that.
Oh, all right, we got to get out of here. We gotta go to the side.
Need to rerun it?
We got them detonations. There may be a little bit of detonation from the oh, never mind. No.
Rumbling
Set those
down
up.
the street
Yeah, never mind.
is a large tank. Everyone roll me awareness, because it is closer now. You'll be able to get a good look at it.
I can't.
What
Need my
tank?
It
You guys
is.
hear something?
It
Can't
is a.
see a thing.
It is a Lehman Russ. These are very rare in the PDF and surrounds. It's probably been captured and put to use for the. Well, we're gonna guess the enemy because it doesn't look friendly. As it's rolling down, There's no fire because it doesn't see anything to hit, but you do hear this kind of, as it draws closer, you hear like a crackling energy sound, and the entire tank, as you hear this big kind of like whoomph, the entire tank shifts to the side and kind of skids along the road, and you see in the road, standing there next to the tank, well, let's let him describe what he looks like, shall we? What do we see?
Well, you would most definitely see a wonderful agent of the Inquisition. This bunker has not held as long as I'd like. These foolish soldiers. My last meal was cold, damn it. It was yesterday. Where in the hells is my backup?
Before that, you have something to see to. You gave it a good smack, but there's still people inside and it's still operational.
Fuck this. I think you're in need of some holy lustration. And I would like to tear the lid off of this tank.
You jump on the top. As the turret starts to swivel, you power up your power fist, clamp down on the top of it, and rip it off, throwing the lid as it swings across the street.
Your heresy ends today. May you
hear
find
some, like,
peace.
panic shouting, like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, Ace is kind of just like, I think I had some of that gas earlier, because I can't believe what the hell I'm seeing.
I think I'm in love.
So,
I don't see anything.
you have at your disposal with you your bolt pistol, your power fist, and grenades. Are you wanting to keep this quick, or would you like to jump in and say hello?
This is personal.
Jump in it is. You see the figure for a second, look around, then heft a bolt pistol, heft his fist, power it up, electricity courses down it, and then he just jumps down into the tank, and you hear, like, the electricity kind of, like, you see, like, a big dent come out from the side of it, like, little trickle of blood as well, as you hear sounds of fighting coming from inside the tank.
Where in the hells did they get this, as a matter of fact? I don't think I want to use it anymore. I'd like to jump out.
Yeah, just get yourself out, stand there. Are you keeping your heads down, or are you making yourselves known?
Okay, so
Ace is not making themselves known.
okay, so
Fuck that.
Sarge really doesn't know what's going on right now. I think there's a lot of action really fast.
All right. In that case,
Yeah.
for now, I'll call you Inquisitor, even though you are not Inquisitor.
No, just an
Inquisitor.
agent.
There is a front line to be seen too, and there are still some of them trying to get. Like, you came off the front line, you came out that bunker to take care of this tank, but you got to get back there. You got to defend the line. You're the only one left.
Right. Maybe be a little old, but I can handle this. No problem. Maybe they'll finally show up tomorrow.
And you see as he, like, turns away from the tank, like, drops down, and then storms through the side streets. We're gonna follow you, Inquisitor. As you storm through the side streets, and you kind of... Someone jumps at you from a doorway with like, a kind of sword-type thing, and he's like, ah, die!
He just gets a backhand. Full fist isn't worth it.
Yeah, just... And he flies back through the doorway, through a wall, crumbling, and just keeps striding. As you get back to the trench line, you see a couple of stragglers still trying to make their way over the trench line. They have auto guns. One of them sees you and is like, there he is! And, like, brings his auto gun around.
Single shot. All I
Old
need.
pistol. Yeah, takes him between the eyes, and he goes straight down. The other one kind of like fumbling with his belt, trying to get a grenade out of his belt. Like,
Self-sacrifice may be your only redemption. I give him a second before I fire at him as well.
yeah, he kind of like... He like hears what you're saying, but he's too busy trying to get this grenade off his belt. And the second that he gets his grenade, and he's like, "Ha-ha!" is the second that you just swivel your gun, bang, another one down.
Anyone else?
Doesn't seem to be
Today's
anyone
assault
else.
was light. I'll go take my seat and see if I can heat up any water from my last glass of tea.
Yeah. The body of the corporal who was the last man standing, unfortunately, he was bayoneted, what was it, like a day ago? Day and a half ago?
Yesterday.
He used to bring you your tea and dinner. Unfortunately, he's propped up, passed away. Yeah, as we
He
said.
was a good soldier. I did like him. Sad to see him go.
Yeah.
Good service, though.
You're used to people serving quite well around you. Probably your leadership.
Yeah, definitely.
And you sit down in your bunker, put your feet up. Put your feet up?
No, that's against regulation.
It is against regulations. You sit down at your table. It's like missing one leg, but that's fine because it is what it is. You have essentially the leftovers of some of the ration packs you've managed to get. You've arranged them neatly and nicely, order by day, all that type of thing. Looks like you've got 3 days left before you need to worry about food, and you can always go looking for more. The problem is
some of them have in their pockets or something.
Yeah, the problem is you run out of recaf, so that's going to be annoying for going forward.
Very.
And yeah, sit back and wait for whoever's coming to relieve you. You had your orders. Hold here until relieved.
And I will.
And you will. So back to the squad.
So who's all seen everything? It's just me?
Oh, all of you saw that, yeah.
Oh. So, Sarge.
Was that a space marine, Sarge? It looked like a space marine.
I don't want to make any assumptions.
He's an angel.
From I imagine from I don't know from the distance that we are, because everything is assessing friend or foe. So what we just saw, considering what they did to that line facing that way, I had to assume that that's probably someone on our side.
Yes. It seems like someone who's defending the Hive City still, which is weird, but okay.
All right. So I think we'll, let's go forward cautiously. I guess cautiously. Just
We're
pay
gonna go
attention.
talk to that guy.
Yep.
Are you telling me that's our package?
I really hope
don't know.
that isn't a commissar, because I don't hold weight with commissars.
Like let's get up there. Let's not chatter too much. I don't like us being out here like this.
Right,
I'm
also.
gonna get an autograph.
Probably go ahead and start pushing forward past this fucking tank. I guess that's right in our way.
It's not really on fire or smoking or anything. It was essentially destroyed from the inside out. There's lots of dents in it, and it's yeah.
I give it a pat as we walk by.
Yeah.
I like big guns.
Okay. So you keep going
Yeah, we go past that.
down the street through a couple of side streets.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're trying to worm our way there as much as possible. Still trying to keep relatively not stealthy necessarily, but we're not trying to be pulled into anything.
Right. Yeah. As you go, you see no signs of any remaining soldiers or citizenry.
Okay.
get to essentially this big rubbly open area. There's a trench, which is basically, you can see a lot of dead bodies there, PDF, and also, you know, the uniform of the enemy now, so the enemy rebel uniform as well, kind of draped all over the place. It looks like this has been quite a long battle, going on for quite a long time, and a lot of people have died here.
Okay.
And there's a bunker.
I assume we saw him go back in. I mean, I know we were a distance off, but it's an assumption, so.
Bit of rubble and buildings in the way. Ace would have seen him go in.
Okay, so I'd probably be going off of that then. And then we would keep going forward, ready to either engage if it's the enemy or to, you know, don't shoot if it's someone.
So, one problem you will have is, it's a bunker. If someone sticks their head in a bunker, you may want to announce yourselves or... Yeah.
We're essentially gonna knock. What does the bunker look like exactly?
It's just essentially a plasteel concrete kind of half semicircle, like a semicircle, facing outwards with kind of like a metally bolted door type thing, you know, enough to withstand like a grenade, but not much past that.
Are there slats for guns or anything like that?
Got slits at the front, yeah.
Okay, so probably have a hand up or something like that as we're walking forward. Just
yeah,
I don't know what we can see through that, you know, as we're getting close, and we would be seen. And I don't want to sneak up next to this thing because then that's suspicious as fuck. So, yeah, probably walk slowly and methodically up there. I don't think I'd have us all clumped up, having them looking around as we go forward, because with the noise that was made, I don't know if people are going to push in from the sides. Yeah, and then we'll announce ourselves.
Okay.
Oof.
So, Agent Amorous, you hear from the outside a hail. What does the hail sound like?
Oh God. So our squad specifically.
Yeah.
What is our name? Because we had something. I mean,
The
because we're a
squad name?
specialist squad, right? What's that?
The regiment is the Tastorian Ultimus Fideli.
Historian Ultimus Fideli. All right, so that's pretty much what we would probably announce. Just like, and I'm Sergeant Keefe. We've been sent here to pick something up and just wait.
Sergeant Keefe, you say? I know not so, Sergeant Keefe. Who's your commanding officer?
It's a little iffy. He died on the way here.
Ah, a shame.
But as a Lieutenant Razian, if you're looking for a name.
Name
There's a
doesn't sound
captain.
familiar.
That was my contact, shall we say. Who was that?
We met the captain on the other side, still alive, losing men, holes everywhere in his line.
He was Captain Lesoc, just to
Lesoc.
remind you.
Oh, that's right, Captain Lesoc. Yeah, Captain Lesoc.
Aha. All right. Good to know he's alive at least.
Yeah,
Very well. I'll step out after I gather my... I have nothing to gather.
Well,
I
you have
get
something
up
hidden,
and-
but
Well, that's on me.
mm,
And I open the door.
All right.
you see the man who tore apart a tank. He's dressed in official inquisitorial robes. Doesn't seem to be... I'd a guess you'd say he's not an inquisitor, but you don't really know. I doubt you've seen an inquisitor before.
Okay. I probably wouldn't ask too many questions. If this is the guy that we're looking for, essentially, and that's what it would be, all I give a shit a bit about is grabbing him and getting out of there. So,
The name you were given was Amorous.
Amorous. So, is that Amorous? That makes sense to you?
Yes, I am Thon Amorous, an agent of the Inquisition.
Okay.
I believe you are my ride.
Or your escort, yeah.
Yes, I suppose so. You mentioned your lieutenant died, is that not correct?
Yeah, that's right. He got himself stabbed.
Well, enjoy your field promotion, Lieutenant.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Keith.
I need more of you around here. We seem to be lacking them heavily, as the captain had told me earlier. I haven't seen a sergeant for a week or two.
I'll take a promotion if you're handing them out.
And who the hell are you?
Oh, right. Well, my manners. All right, let's go. We'll go through one at a time. This is Trooper Link right here. It's a recon ace. I'm not even letting him.
Will slowly like come from out of his cloak, right behind the Armis agent.
Amorous.
Amorous. Yeah, he'll come right behind the agent. He says, "Interesting. Yes," and then he'll back off real fast.
All right, this is Parzival. I'm sure you can see that she likes to blow shit up.
Hi, hello, I'm Parzival. Rita Parzival. Not important, really. I just, have a lot of things on me. You hungry? I got some recaf, some food. I got
I
some.
will take the recaf, yes.
Oh, there you go. It's all yours. Big fan of your work. Huge fan. Maybe we can, get together sometime. Share, swap stories. Something, Anyway, sorry. Continue.
You're fine.
I
You're
look
fine.
all right. He's all right, right?
All right, there. That's Valkus. She's she does work. I mean, I imagine she's got a gun on her, so he's gonna
She has
know
a
what
giant heavy bolter just like slung.
Yeah. And
Good, and the old one. What is that?
what's that?
The old one. Looks like he's got a
Yep.
few years on me.
Hawk.
No,
I think he means me, Sarge.
Oh,
Yes,
fuck.
that one.
No. I'm sorry. Did I? No. Yeah, no. That's Link. That's Hawk.
I'm Link, that's Hawk. And he points
Right.
to like a kind of
Scared little
scared looking little guy who's like, he's just happy he's not peeing himself right now, to be honest.
Yeah, if you're looking for
You-
any answers to be questions to be answered, Hawk's your guy. He's got all the information.
good. An educated trooper is helpful. I don't run into too many of those. I will let it slide this time, Lieutenant. But this is not regulation dress. If I was not in dire need of getting off this planet.
Understood.
But I am. Next time. If there is one. If we survive. Emperor wills
You're
it.
gonna be all right. We're gonna get you out of here. Don't worry.
Oh, I'll get out.
All right.
So,
Where to? I haven't a moment to waste.
you have about
Yeah,
an hour of daylight left. Question, do you want to essentially bunk down for the night, or do you want to go through the night? You have probably a day and a half, 2 days maybe, that the trench line's going to hold out.
How close to night is it right now?
About an hour. Till the sun actually disappears.
No. Okay. Yeah, we need to move. We'll go for about an hour or so. All right. And then we'll find a place. I don't want to stay here. This has been the focal point. I don't want anything else showing up right here. So let's get out a little bit.
Okay.
Wise.
You start moving. I'm assuming you're going to alter your formation slightly.
Now that we have him, it's going to change a lot. I'll probably still keep a similar 2x2. But I'll have 2 in front of him and 2 behind him.
Yeah. I was going to ask if you're going to essentially like focus
yeah.
around your
Yep.
VIP.
And then across the way, there'll be the no, it's an essential flank. If anyone's gonna get hit first, it's gonna be us. So
Okay.
Me and Hawk is gonna volunteer to be up front with the the VIP.
it's fine.
Well, Ace is up front.
Oh, never mind.
No. Ace is farther up front. You two can stand right there. It's all
So
right.
we
I'll
got
be on
you.
the side.
Do we still call you Sarge if you're a lieutenant now, Sarge? Lieutenant, sir?
No.
No? Okay, sir?
That's fine.
Yes, sir. As you move off, I would like I think the only person who has a chance of seeing this, however you may all roll this if you like, I need a scrutiny at -60.
Oh, I love it. Okay. That's. Wait. It's not. That's not
And
real.
Amaris, you may also roll this if you like.
Ah.
Oh, wait, are we
Love
all
this.
rolling
I'm
scrutiny?
taking my fate because I want to see it.
Minus 60, you say?
You got minus 16, Lieutenant?
You said 16 or 60? Oh, never mind.
Minus 60.
Yeah, the minus
60,
60 put me all the way
yes.
down there.
Damn it.
Hey, yeah,
that
that's
was a-
not happening.
It is a hard one.
Did
you
we both
do-
roll minus 16?
You do all have a fate point. If you crit succeeds, even if your target is minus, you can still succeed.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'll give it a try for the sake of it.
Yeah, why not?
Could I use both for this? I
Just
mean,
the one. You
the
can't
one.
roll twice on a
Nope.
reroll.
Good to know. Good to know. All right, let's say that again. So you said scrutiny minus 60.
Minus 60, please.
No.
Has everyone rolled to their satisfaction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same roll twice.
Interestingly, Ace had a target of 0, so yeah, not too bad. And you rolled 21, 3 degrees of failure. Okay. Given your speciality, Ace, a failure isn't always a full failure. You see what it is we were looking for here, but you don't have time to react. What you see is the unmistakable flash of sunlight hitting a scope. And before you can react, there is a shot that rings out. And we'll find out what that is next week.
Yeah, Ace will just be like, "Lit!" and that's it.
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh! So,
Whoa.
thank you, everyone. Woohoo! I think we should start with our new addition.
Oh
Yeah,
my
can you do
god.
this?
Round of applause for that introduction.
That was
Holy
amazing.
Great.
So good.
Awesome.
Ripping up tanks.
I'm glad we didn't have any tank busters.
Yeah. I'd be useless.
welcome to Inquisitorial Agent Thorn Amrus, our VIP, and also Dan. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, doing well. I totally didn't hyper-focus and finish this power fist last night.
It's
after
so cool.
It's so
So
cool.
good.
I love it.
It
Super cool.
yeah, definitely centered most of everything of this around that. But hi, I'm Domestic Dan, or Dan, and I'm here on this show. I've been on this show, but they needed to find me, and there was a chance they didn't find me today. Just might not have, and I'd show up next week instead. But yeah, I've been watching every week because I'm like, I need to know these people. I need to know these characters here because they're so absurd and wonderful, and I love them. So thank you for having me. Yeah, that's all I got.
Oh, yeah.
I do things on the internet and Twitch.
Okay. Next up, newly promoted. Wow. I looked over and I was like, Lieutenant. I was about to say Lieutenant Horacian, but he's dead. Lieutenant Keith, and also Aaron. Hey.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Lieutenant Keith, who killed some kids today. That was fun. So, you know, whenever you chance you get to do that and get a promotion in the same day, I can't. That moment, I was like, I can't do that. No, I have to do that. Fuck. So, that was hard. Really neat moment.
Yeah.
Yep, I am a writer and wrote a book called Firewall Down. It's a cyberpunk detective mystery, and you can find more information about that at Twitter at Aaron B. Writes. And yeah, that's me.
Okay. Moving over to Vera Warbitch von Valkis and also Murgles. Hey.
Hello. This was a super fun episode. Lots of crazy stuff happened. I'm Murgles. I played Warbitch for you today, and I do some stuff on the internet. I'm making a film, an animated film from scratch, and I've been working on it since February 2020, and I went on hiatus for like 6 months because life happened. But I started working on it again this past week, and I'm pretty excited about it. So if you want to come see me make a film live on Twitch, you can do that Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Thanks.
Now, over to our explosive expert who also likes to drive people crazy, Rita Posville, and also Nicotine. Hey.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicotine. I do a lot of roleplay, and I do a lot of roleplay. You can find me at twitch.tv/nicotine. That's Nikatine. I'm also very active on Twitter at Nicotine Prime. Coming out. It's a lot of fun.
Nice. Finally, the maestro himself. Our recon to Kyle Asinius, also known as Ace. And also Technic.
Hello, I'm Takol. Asinius, Ace. I really enjoy playing this guy. It's completely different than anything I've ever played. I am an actor / voice actor / host / do things on the internet, since that's the trend today. And I love RP, and I love being a different person for different times of the day. So if that floats your boat, if you want to see some RPGs games being played, if they don't have a voice, I give them voices and characteristics and everything, come by the channel. There's Technique with no U, no E, and on Twitter it's Technique TV, because Rita has not gotten to that one that has my name yet. It's a pleasure to be here, and thanks for having me on the show. It's been very fun. I've always wanted to have a sci-fi twist to things, and learning about 40K is awesome. It's really cool.
And me, myself, I am Sheepdog. And before we go, I have 2 questions for everyone. Did Sheepdog kill the lieutenant so he didn't have to play so many NPCs? And did Sheepdog ask the first question to distract from the fact he didn't do a proper outro again? See you later, everyone. Bye!